Hey guys, what's up? Today's video is on Xanadu Next, developed by Nihon Falcom and published by Xseed Games. These are the people that brought us the East games. Originally released in 2005, but we didn't get an English version until 2016. And it's currently sitting on very positive on Steam, 450 reviews. This is actually a spin-off based on the 1985 game Dragon Slayer 2 Xanadu. Which I'm guessing most people haven't played, myself included. But it looks quite interesting. It's been in my library for a while, so of course I had to do a video on it. I don't like these ambiguous things. Is this the name of my character or the name of the save? Well, for the sake of the video, we're going with Sim. Okay. Speak of a time when I travelled with an irritating individual, an awkward man devoid of all social graces. Though these feelings are the first that ever came to me, my mind always returns to the words he spoke in his later years. There is no path to follow that would serve me better. Thus I walk that path and I do not waver. As I reminisce here, I find it all rather embarrassing. For I had judged the man unfairly, never truly understanding him. Excerpt from The Last Night, Chapter 2, The Black Bride, by Charlotte L. Wells. Apparently this game was also released on the N-Gage, which is kind of fascinating. The graphics from the screenshots gave me very PSP vibes. "'Tis quite the broom. I've never seen such a deep fog." And I heard the lake was large, but seeing it is truly believing. The distance from Alston to Harlech is quite staggering. Boatman, how much farther to the island? Well, I reckon we're about at the halfway point, give or take. Still so far to go. Lake Orwell is not aptly named. 'Tis more an ocean than a lake. Haha, the name don't do it justice. I'll say though, I'm a mite surprised. Ferrying across such a pretty young thing, and here you are going to be studying at the Royal Academy to boot. Ah, you flatter me, sir. Harlech Island ain't all that big, but you can't take 2 steps without tripping over an ancient ruin. You say you're studying archaeology. Well, miss, you came to the right place. So that fella your bodyguard or something? From his get-up, I'd say he's one of them knights. Rare breed these days. He is of the North Sea Chevaliers. We come from the same orphanage. North Sea, you say? Quite the pedigree. I hear a man's tested sword to claw against a lion before he can rightly call himself one of those. He is a top-class swordsman, to be sure. Although, the war did dampen his spirits a bit. War of the Knights, eh? Yeah, I don't blame him. Fighting hard for king and country, and then all at once, every one of them gets the boot. No honour, no nothing. Just told to disband, or they'd get hunted down, like they're criminals or something. Lost their livelihood too. Mister got it all. Forced most of them to start working as mercenaries. Your fella there's lucky to have you. Still don't know what in blazes Prime Minister Zordius was thinking. This fog. Swooping up on us, isn't it? Best keep a sharp eye. There may be something for you to see out there. Truly? Do you think we'll be able to see it? Ah, you've heard about it, have you? Of course, 'tis the main reason I've come. Should have guessed as much. You're quite fascinating lass after all. Ah, there it is, out yonder. We got a name for it around these parts. Nessie. We call it Strange Rock. Lake Orwell's famous castle Strange Rock. Oh no, they didn't render the boatman. 'Tis a sad fate. Yeah, that was really long, but it went really hard. Holy shit. That was pretty good. You've got great timing coming here when you did. Castle only shows itself when there's a mist hanging over the lake. Orwell's Castle Strain Rock. Everyone knows around these parts knows about it. Good for tourism, I warrant. Interesting. Pity it vanished as quickly as it did, though. I would have liked to have gotten a better look at it. Sorry, miss, you'd have no luck there. Darn thing always runs away when you get too close. All shy-like. Some say it's just a mirage, and that there's an old trickster witch making it appear and disappear. Either way, if you're here long enough, you'll get to see it again. Lots of times too, I bet. Glad to hear it. Ain't no talk of Strange Rocks complete without bringing up the legend of the sword, Tu Long Jian. Tu Long Jian? If I'm not mistaken, that would translate from the old tongue as Dragon Slayer. My, what a glorious name for a sword. Surprised a scholarly lass like you don't already know about it. Legends say that the Dragon Slayer sleeps within the darkest depths of Strange Rock. All just scuttlebutt though, nobody ever even knows if the castle's real, much less if there's a fancy sounding sword. Still, an ancient castle that only appears in the mist and a holy sword that rests therein. It's like a fairy tale. Just hearing about it makes my heart beat faster. Ha, you've got spirit, miss. If you want to know more, talk to the locals. They got me beat on all the details. I certainly will. Thank you so much for all you've done, kind sir. May your return be swift. My pleasure. Good luck out there. Be sure and take care now. Well, Sin, yep, that's my name. Whoops. We made it. I suppose the first thing to do would be to secure our lodgings, no? Alright then, off we go. First step of our adventure to unraveling the mystery around that peculiar old castle begins now. Come, we've no time to waste. Now, I have no idea controls. I'm going with PC keyboard controls, but 3 years had passed since the War of the Knights. And with that struggle, the man whom I had loved as my brother back at the orphanage had suddenly lost his honour and his way. He was adrift. I could not bear to see my brother in such a state, and so I invited him to join me on this expedition. Looking back, it truly was the first step on an adventure. Neither of us had any inkling on the tribulations to come. Oh no, tribulations. Hope there aren't any trials. So here we are. 'Tis not a bad room at all, really. Rather cozy, in fact. Should make an excellent base of operations. Which brings us to our mission here. We're to be the first explorers to uncover the mysteries of Castle Strange Rock. Exciting, no? However, despite its fame, there is very little information about it. All we truly know, in fact, is that it appears on the lake when the mist rolls in. That's why I think our best course of action is to explore the ruins scattered across this island. Between the ruins and any local legends we may happen upon, I'm certain we'll find some clue to aid our search. I suppose the best place to start is the townsfolk. Let's ask around and see what we can learn, shall we? If we split up, we'll cover more ground. Good luck. Alright, let's see, what are we doing? Okay, it's not WSD, no, we're just clicking to drag, okay. Like a Diablo game. And now we're ramming our way through doors. I love these graphics, actually. I kind of absolutely adore them. Are you departing, Sir Knight? Things can be quite dangerous outside the gates, so be sure to take care. I'm gonna talk to you. Who the hell are you? I'm eating here. Don't bother me. Is this about the incident? You here to blame me like everyone else? I tell you, it was his own damn fault he got killed. Couldn't do anything about it. He provoked the fella, he did. Taken on so much bigger and stronger than him. Just what the hell was he thinking? People need to know their place in the world. They crave it. Gotta know when to say when. You get me? If they don't back down when they see the other guy can slice them in two, then what the hell do they expect's gonna happen? Okay. That guy might have a chip on his shoulder. A new face, I see. Welcome, my name is Sandra. I'm a troubadour. Come to compose songs about this rich and fascinating land. These lonely ruins inspire such grand thoughts, such profound poetry. It's as if they call to my heart. Please, won't you listen to my song before you go? As birds trill their timeless songs and flowers stand in bloom, the Khan named Kublai lays the base of his 1,000-year-old tomb. Brick on brick, never beaten, the further his fancy anew, heaven made real, an earthly Eden, hereafter called Xanadu. Okay. Hey, aren't you a knight? So young. Back when I was a spring chicken myself, I was a pretty big adventurer too, you know. Let me tell you something, young'un. The hardest thing in the world, is figuring out what's right for yourself. Finding your own lot in life. Or something. So don't you go making a fool of yourself in some bar like this old man, okay? Or in the field. Make a name for yourself. Be remembered, not disremembered. Oh, dismembered. Well now, if it ain't our knight in shining armour, how's the room? No problems? Word is the two of you were looking for information. Information on Castle Strange Rock. Guess it's on account of the ruins, but we get all kinds around here. Hunters, troubadours, you name it. If you want my advice, start with them. They're your best bet. Well, I asked a troubadour, but she just sung me a song. About Kublai Khan. Strange Rock? Yeah, I see Strange Rock all the time. Hard to miss it in my line of work. Ain't got nothing to say about it though. I've seen it, sure, but I don't know nothing special. Shows up on misty days like this one. You often hear a bell chime before it appears too, but try to get close and it vanishes. Everyone around here knows that though. Might be more to learn if you dig for it. There are lots of ruins on this here island and lots of history to go with them. Heck, they even found some new ruins right here in town the other day. Fancy that, a knight. Truly a rare sight in this day and age. Hmm? Your face. I swear I've seen it somewhere before. Ah well, no matter. I'm Lazarus, a mercenary by trade. While I probably need not tell a knight, in order to equip armor and weapons you'll need to have the appropriate amount of stamina. Beautiful plate or a handsome sword are wonderful to own, but you'll look a fool if you haven't the aptitude to bear them. I was going to say appetite. If there's something you've forgotten, I will gladly refresh your training by reviewing a wide range of tactics. Dragon Slayer, you say? Rumour says it rests deep within Castle Strangerock. If such a sword did truly exist, then I'd most assuredly wish to acquire it. It'd fetch a pretty sum for an aristocrat, after all. Well, now welcome. What do we have here? You supposed to be a knight or something? Night hunt might be over, but I still wouldn't recommend walking around in that getup, lest some loyalists snitch you out and get you thrown in jail. That ain't just some costume though. You're the real deal, ain't you? North Seas, if I'm not mistaken. You've got to be damn near the last of your kind out there. One of Furnival's men, no? Or bastard got publicly executed, I hear. He and the rest of them helped so much in the Leyland's early days, and that's the thanks you get? All your honour, property and land is taken and your leader killed. Makes me sick thinking about it. Marquis Furnival was a good, honest man, and the North Seas used to be the best. Well, you ain't got a thing to worry about with me. I won't tell anyone who you are. Don't think no one else would turn you in either. Still, you best find yourself a new job and get as far away from knighthood as you can. Soldier, mercenary, take whatever you can get and never look back. What have you got, sir? Oh, nice little character portraits. So we have... Ooh, why is that? Oh, okay. So we have a dagger. We have 20 gold to our name. Weird, when I try and like... Yeah, a bit fiddly. Hey mister, did you hear the news? They actually found ruins in town. I thought I'd sneak in and have a look around, but before I had a chance, they went and locked them up. It's so unfair. Can't believe they did that. I was going to find the Dragon Slayer too. Pleased to meet you. My name's Paddy. And you new, mister? Did you come to Harlech on that boat? I bet you're here so you can find Castle Strangerock too, right? I want to find it too. What are you girls doing? We're entertainers from another land. I guess you could say we're exotic dancers, since we've come from afar. This isn't our first time in Harlech though. We toured here several years ago as well. Things seem a bit different from what I remember. The air feels stormy, perhaps, or troubled. I guess the war lingers on in spirit even though it ended. The lakes of Lindale are widely regarded as hubs of peace and tranquility in these chaotic times. To feel such unease here is troubling. Hello, Knight. Aren't you a fine specimen? We're travelling entertainers here in Harlech on our tour. You're welcome to watch us dance as long as you like. Yep, that is quite the dance you've got going there, lady. So while I was out exploring the ruins the other day, I got my hands on this odd sort of card. It has an unusual design emblazoned on it, like some kind of spirit or deity. A card, you say? May I see it? Just as I thought. It's a guardian card. Sealed within it is the power of one of Harlech's many ancient spirits. Oh, sounds like I might have stumbled onto something good. So pray tell me, what are these guardians? Gods, angels, spirits, watchers, take your pick. We have a tradition surrounding these guardians here in the Lindale Lakes region. When a baby's born, it's taken to the spirit sanctum to be baptized and infused with the power of a guardian. Huh, okay. And what purpose does that serve exactly? Well, they say a person's abilities and disposition are decided upon the star of the destiny at the very moment of birth. Physical stamina, magical efficiency, personal fortune, and weapon mastery alike are all determined largely by the heavens. Of course, anyone can learn these things through practice and growth, but it's impossible to deny that inherent talents exist and vary from person to person. So we borrow the mystic power of guardians to help compensate for our shortcomings, or augment our natural faculties, you could say. Interesting. Seems I've learned something today. Something potentially advantageous, I might add. Probably not as advantageous as you'd like it to be, I'm afraid. See, a Guardian's bond lasts a lifetime, and it's not something you can trade up. Once it's in, it's in. Only one, and it ain't coming out. That's why new mothers get all in a tizzy when it comes to pick a Guardian for their baby. I see, so this Guardian card I've got is only useful for newborns and mothers-to-be. Huh. Doesn't sound like quite the find I was hoping for. Nope, don't expect you'd get much money for it. There's only one lady with a newborn here in Harlech, and she's already made her decision. Sorry to disappoint. Ain't seen you around these parts before. Are you a tourist? Or a treasure hunter, maybe? Come to dig up the ruins? Either way, you're out of luck. I reckon town's closed up tight right now. Nobody's getting in or out on account of the murder. Seems some fellow got himself killed in the Clover ruins just past the north gate. Just happened too. Guess you'd best make the most of it and amuse yourself here in town till the whole thing blows over. That girl at the counter sure has been coming here an awful lot lately. She's in and out of the ruins all day, every day. I have to wonder what she does in there. So there's a Guardian sealed in this card, huh? If only I could use its powers myself. Sure would make my job a lot easier. Well now, but ain't a night. Don't see too many of your kind anymore. Here to explore the ruins? It may interest you to know that there's a brand new settlement right here in town, discovered by yours truly just the other day. Started digging the foundations for a new storehouse when suddenly the ground gave way, and there they were. Needless to say, it was quite a surprise. I mean, I knew there was a lot of ruins on Harlech Island, but it's pretty absurd to discover new ones right under the town. Pretty crazy, huh? We were afraid the kids might get in, so the area's all locked up at the moment. But the priestess at the Spirit Sanctum's got the key if you're interested. The ruins are on the east side of town, and the Spirit Sanctum's opposite them, on the west side. Tell Lady Lease that Spence sent you. And what do you sell? Medicine. Town's curio shops has a wide variety of items that may prove useful. In addition to health potions, you can also find keys and spell books amongst offerings. Browse the shelves, simply click the category tabs on the top, blah 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 blah. They also sell unwanted items here. I realise I skipped the dialogue on the weapon shop. Oh well. Spells. Needle, fire, ice, and thunder. Magical skeleton key. I have exactly enough for a skeleton key. Tempting. Oh, that's really tempting actually. I'm gonna do it. All my money gone. Damn that freight. Oh, damn freight's lift's busted. Can't do any work till it's fixed. And with that, the spiritual ceremony is complete. The card's guardian now rests safely within the child's body. Oh my sweet one, isn't that wonderful? Lady Lease, thank you. Thank you so very much. It is of no consequence. I merely wish the child to grow up healthy in both mind and body. A newborn comes into this world lacking the guiding lantern of a guardian. You are... I heard tell of a knight accompanying a researcher who seeks Castle Strange Rock. That would be you, I presume. I am the head priestess of the Spirit Sanctum. Please call me Lise. Unfortunately, something rather unsettling happened in the ruins to the north. I'm afraid all travel there is barred until the investigation ends. You wish to enter the back alley ruins? Why would you desire to do that? So it was Spence. That man is quite troublesome at times. Very well then. You may enter, but be warned, monsters have made their home inside. Please be sure you're well equipped before setting foot in the ruins. Allow me to give you the key to access the area. Knights such as yourself have gone off seeking Castle Strange Rock and never come back. As you proceed to the ruins, you may chance upon those who didn't return. Do be careful. Ooh, level down! Interesting. Obviously we don't have any points. When you've leveled up, you can allocate bonus points and earned your attributes at the Spirit Sanctum. Use the plus or minus buttons. You can always reassign your points. Does it explain why I want to level down? If you regress your abilities any further, your consciousness shall fade away, Sir Knight. I believe leveling down any further would be unwise. But why do I want to level down? Knight, such as yourself, have gone off seeking castle and come back. I'm not going to talk to you guys because I want to speed this up a little bit. Oh, I can jump. Okay, so this is a freight lift, right? What is this control setup? I don't like that F1 is one of the keys. What is this? Save. Thought it might have been. Cool. This is a shrine built by the Guardians, fashioned by man in reverence to those who watch over us. I pray here to ask this child to be granted divine protection. You can find shrines like this all over the island, and just by touching them, all your wounds will be healed. After much ordeal, I was finally blessed with a child, so I must make every effort to raise her well. Okay, let's go to the back alley. Haha, I knew buying that key was worth it. Combat. When an enemy comes within range of your attack, a circle will be displayed on the ground. If you're using the mouse as your primary means of control, position your cursor with this circle and left click to swing your weapon. That sounds very... Oh no, I double skipped something. Whenever possible, it's recommended that you try to attack enemies from the side or from the back. This significantly increases damage. Also, please note that as you become accustomed to wielding a particular weapon, its proficiency value will increase, which will in turn boost its attack power. If this is the main dungeon, I bet you there's a key literally here. Yep. As expected, keys can be used to open locked doors. However, so it's highly recommended that you keep a stockpile. Keys may be purchased. In other words, the more keys you buy, the more you'll pay for them. Their cost varies in accordance with supply and demand. The more keys you buy, the more you'll pay for them. Ooh. There's just a way to keep the cost... There is a way to keep the cost of keys down. You can help the shopkeeper acquire the materials needed to make more keys. Ooh, what a strange system. Okay. So how am I doing this combat? Sounds insane. Circle appears. Just click on the circle. And try and hit them from behind and beside. Okay. Cool. If I take that to the curio shop owner and say, I have the materials, I have a key, could you break this down to use materials to make a key? Each and every weapon in the game has a unique skill sealed within it. The dagger you are currently wielding, for example, houses a skill called Thrust, which are used to fling lightweight enemies backwards, knocking them to the ground. Only the skill that's currently equipped and selected may be used, however, as new skills are learned, they can be dragged from your inventory menu into the circular slots at the top of the screen. Then during or before battle, you may left-click on the left-click on the mark? Oh. How do I keep double-clicking? Note that there are also buttons set on your gamepad for moving the current skill selection. Oh, does this game... Maybe I am meant to be playing with the D-pad. Oh, you can transfer them to other weapons. That's a cool system. Do beware, however, for each skill may only be used a finite amount of times. If your skill may only be used again after you've rested or placed your hands upon a holy shrine. Okay. So... Fuck, I think I actually skipped the part that told me how to use the ability. Okay, no, it's just right trigger. Right mouse button. So how many times can I use it? 20. Oh, I can combo, can I? Ooh, nice. Most dungeon areas, the camera will be rotated to give you a better view of surroundings. You may accomplish this by moving the mouse wheel up or down. I swear that's not me doing that. Maybe it's not even skipping. Please note, however, that there are some areas in the game that utilize a fixed camera. Okay, cool. Do I get anything from attacking? Yes, I do. Cool. We are Castlevania Symphony of the Night rules. A bag of gold. A bag of gold. Okay, that requires a key. Oh, I have a key, don't I? Where'd the music go? How do I check my inventory? Yeah, I have no keys. Ooh. Why did that make me put my weapon away? Nice. Ow. Not nice. Get destroyed. Do 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 do. Jumping. Run and jump. If you approach it slowly or bit by bit, however, you won't jump properly. Okay, cool. Easy. Whee! Ooh. Whirlwind. Spell. Spell book. Needle. How do learn? No? Oh, it requires strength. I and R. Ah, more intelligence and more reflex. That's all good. So how do we equip spell? That's an item slot. It's the only menu I have. Ah, here we go. Needle. Cool. Let's see what... Oh, we didn't get another key. So I'm stuck. Wait, is it going to make me go out and get a key? Buy one? For real? Guess it's just the way the game works. Okay. How do we know if we have... Okay, I'm still level 1. Give me a key. How much is it now? Still 20. Still 20. 21 now. 23. Okay, it's going to be a long video because of that very long intro, so I probably won't do too much more. Hopefully we might get to a boss or something. Oh, hello, you're back. Ah, box. We got puzzles. On the first hit, any crate will be cleaved in twain, leaving a pile of wood. Just tall enough to climb atop. These half-broken crates may be used as stepping stools. Sadly, once reduced, the crate becomes far too delicate to push and will remain rooted in place. If struck a second time, the crate will completely decimated, leaving only sawdust behind. Ooh, a dress, beautiful. Oh, robe, okay. That surely is not better than what we have, is it? Oh, it is. Nice, big fan. Showing me the armor I'm wearing, always good. Okay, half step, cool. Headband? Bone. About bones. What's so special about monster bones anyway? Perhaps you could take them to the curio shop. Ooh. Curios. No. Leveling up. When you level up, you gain HP and also bonus points. There are many types of stats you can increase at the Spirit Sanctum. I assume we're going to be getting a method of teleporting out of dungeons eventually, because that's going to be annoying having to run out the entire dungeon every time you want the shop or to level up. Man, we are burning through our keys. Okay, the music's disappeared again. That's a lot of dudes. That's right, my needle spell. Needle! Ding 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 ding. Portion. We are out of keys, aren't we? Yeah. Oh boy. Why do I have a horrible feeling we're gonna get hit a locked door any second now? Fabula Ares. What the fuck? Crown of Zagreus. Oh, 'tis a knight. I saw your silhouette and wondered what manner of creature was lurking in such a place as this. What a pity to see that which was once an honourable profession reduced to such petty thievery. No matter. I come for the crown. Give it to me now, lest it fall into the hands of those who would misuse it. You may think to sell it or even to wear it, but I assure you, such disregard would yield the gravest of consequences. I shall speak nothing of this meeting, and no harm will come to you, if you simply hand me the crown. Now. Shakes head. Such pride will get you killed, good Sir Knight. You may have reason for this reticence, but if you do not relinquish the crown, then I will not stay my sword. Very well, you brought this fate upon yourself. On guard. Ouch. Okay, yeah, he nearly killed me in one shot. I think this is a you're meant to die fight, but I was going to try my hardest. So that blade is not just decoration for your belt. You show promise, Sir Knight, but you lack finesse. You seem hesitant, unsure, or perhaps lost. You cannot hope to stand against the great Dovrak with such a weak resolve. Prepare yourself. At the least, I shall end your life with honor, and preserve your dignity as a knight. Come on, dude. Killing me in a cutscene? You're the dishonorable one. No, my tomato sauce. 'Twas a fair fight, sir. I now claim what is rightfully mine. I regret my actions, but you left me little choice. I'm afraid your life is forfeit. We are too far in, and your wounds too severe for any prospect of rescue. I bid you final farewell, for I must take my leave. May you have better fortune in the next life. No, this can't be happening. It's just not fair. It's so cruel. Why? Why did this have to happen? Sin. Please, Lady Wells, I must have absolute silence, lest the healing ritual be nullified. Forgive me, please. Please continue. Let's see. Oh no. I clicked off my video. These wounds tell a tale of considerable skill. His opponent was more than his match, it seems. But fortune smiles upon him, if only in small measure. His swift arrival here has cheated death its due. Any further delay would have seen him pass through the eternal halls, and he would not have returned. I cannot fathom what manner of brute would strike down sin so coldly. Could this be the work of that rogue swordsman the townsfolk spoke of? Perhaps, but all is conjecture at this stage. We should let the victim identify and culprit himself. Hello. Oh. Sin? Like the fates, you've come back to us. When you didn't return, I grew worried and begged aid of the townsfolk to search for you. They found you in the back alley ruins. Your wounds were most grievous. Where's my robes gone? I thought I'd lost you. I'm so glad you're alive. Brave Sir Knight, 'tis Lys, priestess of the sanctum. I must advise you of your predicament, though you may continue resting as I do so. Wait, stop, don't sit up. This is no time to be concerned with manners, you dolt. You're injured. You must take care, or... Lady Wells is correct, your wounds are quite severe, more so than you may realise. Sir Knight, heed me well. I have performed all the rituals I know and forestalled any immediate danger to your life. But unfortunately your wounds were near mortal, and the situation is still quite dire. It truly pains me to tell you this. You have lost much of your mobility, Sir Knight. Regrettably, you will never swing a sword again. And if you should push to overcome this weakness, you will die. Strength cannot best this foe. I never meant for this to happen. I'm so sorry, Sin. I just wanted to raise your spirits. I'd hoped this journey would give you new purpose. I never thought something like this. There may be another way. Another way? The two of you have come to Harlech to unveil the mysteries of Castle Strangerock, have you not? I assume, then, you've heard tell of the legendary sword Dragonslayer. It is said that this sword is imbued with an unearthly light, bright as 1,000 torches, and that he who bears it will be granted unconditional victory and unlimited glory, as well as permanent blindness for all time. With the sword's protection, its former owner is even rumoured to have vanquished an evil dragon lord. You can't mean. Indeed I do. If Sir Knight should successfully acquire this Dragon Slayer, I believe his body should be fully restored. Truly? If there's even a chance, I'll do everything in my power to find this castle Stranefrock. I'm afraid it's not quite so simple. This is a task Sir Knight must perform alone. For you see, the Dragon Slayer chooses its bearer, and it is the bearer alone who reaps its benefits. If that is you, Lady Wells, then nothing will come of it. What? How can a sword be so fickle? And how is a man in such a state supposed to acquire it? Sir Knight, you may overcome your limitations with the divine blessings of a guardian. I shall introduce within you a guardian's power, and you may fight as before. A guardian? As in one of this land's deities? Is such a thing even possible for an outsider? Ordinarily, no. Guardians are typically introduced at birth, as full-grown bodies tend to reject the process. But this is no ordinary circumstance. Sir Knight has seen the gates of the abyss and lived to tell the tale. He stands at the crossroads between life and death, existence and non-existence. It is truly a miracle that he yet draws breath, and in every way it is exactly as if he were born anew. So what you're saying is, it will work? Exactly. In his present state, I believe Sir Knight capable of accepting a guardian within him, and I am willing to be able to perform the infusion. Sin, this is great news. If you can do this, you can seek the sword. And it's better than the alternative, is it not? Sin? It seems Sir Knight's resolve is weakened, his heart is troubled, and his will shaken. His spirit still shines, however. It is fresh and pure, cleansed from his return to this earthly plane. Brave, tormented Sir Knight. Forgive my impertinence, but I beg you consider the next words carefully. You take pride to live in this era, do you not? Despite what I see before me now, I cannot accept that a man such as you would lament his fate. A stern and stoic man, a man who bears a destiny much larger and greater than my own. Truly you are a courageous individual. But you have been gifted the life of a knight in a time of great challenge for the order. You are proud of who you are, yet conflicted. You know not what purpose may be. Why, a knight in this ignoble day and age? What reason is there for clinging to this life? You must search within yourself for the answer, and if you cannot find it, all is lost. It is imperative that you reclaim your honor as a knight, even if only to validate your existence. You owe yourself this opportunity, and truly the epic nature of this quest befits your struggle. I trust you have reached a verdict then. Time is of the essence, we must begin immediately. As priestess of this sanctum, I shall now commence the ceremonies of baptism and communion. Lady Wells, your assistance will be greatly appreciated. Oh, of course. Anything I can do. You have accepted a guardian. Sylphid is now part of you. The guardian Sylphid enhances your physical stamina, while bound to you, your maximum HP is increased. It was more difficult than expected, but the induction is complete. Sin, I'm so relieved. I'm so glad you're back to normal. I don't know what I would have done. Sir Knight, one very important detail yet remains. Guardians infused at birth have an indelible bond with their hosts. They cannot be readily separated. But your case is unique, because you bear the mark of one who has seen death. The Guardian's bond is more tentative. What are you saying? What does that mean for him? In this particular instance, it means that the Guardian's bond with the Sir Knight may well easily be broken. Even when Guardians are infused at birth, it is their nature to separate from their host when they perceive death. But within Sir Knight's body, death is omnipresent, and in such environments, who can say how a Guardian will react? Poor Sin, I thought our worries were over, but things have just gotten more complicated. I can only imagine how you must feel. The situation is complicated indeed. That is why locating the sacred sword is the utmost urgency. The fragility of this bond may actually be a boon to Sir Knight, however. Sylphid's tenuous hold should grant him the option of reinfusion. Reinfusion? As in he can exchange guardians? I never imagined such a thing to be possible. Could he really survive that? I am confident that he could. It is an atypical procedure, but a safe one under these conditions. And if done properly, it should allow him to benefit from the blessings of many different guardians as the situation demands. How extraordinary. Pity such a thing is only possible because of such unfortunate circumstances. Sprinkled about this land are countless guardians lost to the march of time. If you should encounter one of these one whose blessings may be of benefit, bring to me the card within which its spirit is sealed. I do have one on me. I shall gladly perform the ritual to bind you anew. Now then, the hour grows late, and you have been through a great ordeal, Sir Knight. I bid you good night, and will see to it that you are safely escorted back to your room at the inn. Rest well, for you are still weak. Should you need me, I will be here. Sin took his leave of the spirit sanctum, his mind and body still adjusting to the turbulent course his life had taken. He no doubt recalled the days of his youth, when the sudden loss of both his parents to war. Orphaned in an instant, he swore that he would help forge a new era, a better era, free of the ravages of war. So he had pledged himself to knighthood. It was there that he had met the trust of his comrades, a friend whose will and ambition perfectly mirrored his own. That man was Marquis Furnival, the gallant young leader of the North Sea Chevaliers. As far as Sin was concerned, the Marquis was not only a benevolent, valiant, and respectable leader, but also a true companion and confidant. This admiration and loyalty was a sentiment shared by many, for Marquis Furnival's influence and charm were a thing of legend. Outspoken and fearless, the Marquis would preach of purity and justice, inspiring eager young knights to flock to his banner in droves. But even such noble ideology could not withstand the inexorable tide of political change. The Prime Minister Zordius declared war on the knights, ordering all crusading factions to disband immediately. The North Sea Chevaliers were no exception. Sin was ready and willing to challenge this decree at his side until the bitter end, but the Marquis refused to let his friend follow in his fate. If the Chevaliers are to continue fighting, it will be under your charge. They are mine no longer. That was the Marquis's reply. He had chosen to follow his ideals to the gallows where they led. And with these words, the two never spoke again, their friendship gone as quickly as it had formed. To Sin, the Marquis became a symbol of a life worth living and a future worth fighting for. He was a very embodiment of principles held most dear by the North Sea Chevaliers. For such a man to leave his life's work undone and die so that others might live in a new era he believed should come to pass, it seemed clear that Marquis Furnival was not shunted aside his duty, but embraced it. As he tells it, Sin had not come to this realization himself until quite some time after he left the field of battle. But his friend gone and the knights scattered, his faith in the cause was shaken, and he metaphorically cast adrift. It was only when he found himself literally adrift aboard a small boat on a certain misty lake that he began to understand the merit of his values, and commenced his search for a new lot in life. Whew, that was a mouthful. So while you've been resting, I've been doing a bit of research, and I think I found something. Char produced from her bag the tabulae you found in the ruins. These are the tabulae for the ruins. You had these on you when you were found. I hope you don't mind that I looked them over. They're quite old, the lettering carved into them is no longer used and hasn't been used for a very, very long time. It is considered a sacred script of sorts, and one and exclusively by the literati of the Xanadu kingdom. You've heard of Xanadu, no? Troubadours often sing of it. Songs for Sandra downstairs seems enamored with it, in fact. Scholars tell that it was once quite a prosperous kingdom. Some even called it a paradise on earth. It stood for over 1,000 years. And it would seem all the ruins around here are in some way related to this Xanadu. I'm willing to bet Castle Strangerock has some connection as well. If you find any other slates or tablets like these, be sure to bring them to me for translation. These are exactly the kinds of things we're looking for, They're the keys to unlocking the mysteries of Harlech Island, and with enough time, I can easily decipher each and every one of you show me. Speaking of which, I actually translated these particular tabulae while you were resting. If you're interested in reading my notes, just let me know. Sin. I'll do whatever I can to help you. So please find the sacred sword. Find the dragon slayer, okay? Whew, okay. I am wrapping this up because this is probably my longest video ever. Visuals, as I said, I love these visuals. It feels like I'm playing somewhere between a PS1 and a PS2 game. And I have this weird feeling of nostalgia about it, even though I can't even think of a game I've played that's like it. Sound, great. Love the soundtrack. Do you find the soundtrack in the dungeon a little bit weird? Like it was a good song, it just felt like it was in the wrong area. It wasn't really the kind of music I expect in a dungeon. It was the kind of music that plays in an anime part where they're like, ooh, something weird is happening here, something suspicious. It didn't seem dark and dreary dungeon music. But no, all the other music's been fantastic. Gameplay? I like what I've played so far. I do feel like the key thing is probably going to become annoying fast. I assume there's a quick travel mechanic to get out of dungeons, which will probably make it not so bad. But yeah, the over-reliance on keys seems very strange. I like the skill system, I like the whole inventory system. I like the idea of having different guardians and every weapon in the game having a special skill. Ooh, skill in the axe is called Plunder. Interesting. I love that the equipment and armor shows on the character. That's quite rare for games that are this old. Story fascinates me. I'm quite enamored by what's happening so far. I might have to read up on that 1985 game and see what the storyline for that was, because that kind of has me intrigued. I don't know if that guy who had the Dragon Slayer in the cutscene in the opening might be supposed to be the character from the original game. Apparently this is also related to Xanadu, which was a NES game that came out somewhere between this one and the 1985 one. I might have to read up the storyline on that as well. So yeah, with that, hearty recommendation. Definitely, this game's absolutely sick. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you thought of the game. Let me know if there's any other videos, any games you want me to do a video on. Always happy to hear feedback on how to improve this channel or my videos. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.